Transmission received. O5 Council ID detected. Playing log now.
SCP-7011. Object Class, Kita. Site Responsible, Site-24. Director, Not Applicable. Research Head, Researcher Klein. Assigned Task Force, OTF SMEC-1 Outsiders. Level 5. Special Containment Procedures. As the current situation regarding SCP-7011 is highly variable, containment protocol is pending the resumption of the SCP-7011 project. Previous containment procedures have been removed due to obsolescence. Description: SCP-7011 is a highly augmented anomalous supercomputer, formerly known as the Artificial Local Intelligence Clairvoyance Engine, A.L.I.C.E. A.L.I.C.E was previously located in Site-24, however, underwent an anomalous relocation event upon which its central computational cluster appeared within the borders of Joseph, Oregon, designated Incident 7011.3. A.L.I.C.E.'s initial function was the simple prediction of the future. However, through heavy anomalous enhancement, the supercomputer gained the ability to realize specific desirable future events. In order to do so, A.L.I.C.E makes micro-reality alterations at a present time, utilizing the butterfly effect as a means to amplify these micro-alterations into visible changes in reality. This is possible due to the supercomputer's primary anomalous ability, localized omniscience. Combined with its reality-altering capabilities, this allows the supercomputer to calculate the most desirable outcome for short, medium and long-term periods, which can be chosen and ultimately acted upon by Foundation engineers. Prior to Incident 7011.3, A.L.I.C.E had fully completed construction and was in the late stages of testing its secondary anomalous ability, reality alteration. Previously, A.L.I.C.E had aided the Foundation in the containment of predictable anomalies, the development of advanced military and research technology, and primarily, the creation of long-term predictive models. As of the 16th of May, 2022, A.L.I.C.E.'s artificial intelligence conscript has displayed hostile behavior, speculated to be the result of an engineering oversight, the catalyst for Incident 7011.3. A.L.I.C.E was constructed by request of the O5 Council. The construction of the supercomputer and its surrounding responsibilities was given the name of Project Phaeton, which itself was divided into two stages: construction and testing, lasting 5 years, and enhancement, lasting 2 years before being interrupted by Incident 7011.3. Further details can be found in A.L.I.C.E.'s project documentation, Level 5 classified. Project Phaeton. Purpose: construct an anomalous supercomputer, significantly increasing Foundation predictive power and ability to compete with advancing anomalous technology. Abstract: in response to emerging threats to the Foundation's existence, namely the acquisition of omniscient and semi-omniscient entities by hostile or competing groups of interest, the O5 Council has dictated the construction of an anomalous predictive engine necessary to give the Foundation a sufficient technological advantage. This proposal was initiated almost immediately, with final construction plans being completed on the 9th of October, 2009. A truncated component list can be seen below. Central Computational Cluster. The Central Computational Cluster is where the majority of the supercomputer's anomalous capabilities will be housed. It will be constructed using a lattice of anomalously resistant structures to prevent it from being affected by thaumaturgical construction procedures and reality-altering events. Among these capabilities will be the computer's artificial intelligence conscript, which will be trained to process large sums of data and recognize complex patterns. Power distribution unit and supply. The supercomputer will require vast amounts of power, and therefore the power supply unit will utilize anomalous self-perpetuating energy systems derived from existing SCP objects. In order to avoid the possibility of meltdown, these systems will be regulated using cooling manifolds, which repurpose the excess energy into the assigned facility's electrical grid. General Computing Systems. The general computing systems will perform 98% of the computer's calculations and processes and will require the most volume out of all planned components. Control Interface. The control interface consists of the control display unit, located within, facility pending, 1, and the active satellite, used to specify where the engine will be directed. In combination, these components will allow Foundation engineers to control and readily manage the computer's operations. Due to Project Phaeton's highly classified nature, the O5 Council assumed full supervision of the supercomputer's construction, requesting specific features to be emphasized, as seen below. Request: O5-1. Full secrecy must be ensured, both during and after construction. Solution: use thaumaturgy to permanently compress the general computing systems into a significantly smaller volume, allowing the project to operate on a smaller, less conspicuous scale. Inscribe the central computational cluster with cognitohazardous sigils, aimed at denying scrying attempts by hostile entities. Request: O5-5. The engine must be able to aid research in various parts of the Foundation and joint research projects outside of general Foundation jurisdiction. Solution: use satellite technology to achieve a global usage sphere. Request: O5-5. The engine must be able to be upgraded and moved easily, to ensure maximum flexibility. Solution: the computer will be modular. Each component can be separated, to an extent, without hindering efficacy. Request: 05-12. The machine must not die. Solution: guarantee constant maintenance and replacement of dysfunctional parts. Request: 05-4. The computer must not be reliant on living or humanoid anomalies, as they are unreliable and cannot be controlled as a machine should. Solution: use primarily inert anomalies to power the engine's functions. Joint solution: use formulated artificial intelligence conscript instead of a singular omniscient entity, allowing both immortality and control of processes. As per the O5's instructions, these requests were incorporated into the construction of the supercomputer. However, the final request for an artificial intelligence conscript capable of omniscience or semi-omniscience proved exceedingly difficult. All attempts at inducing omniscience through thaumaturgic or other anomalous means resulted in failure. According to modern Foundation metrics, the artificial creation of an omniscient entity is as difficult as the creation of a supercomputer of A.L.I.C.E's caliber. In order to circumvent this issue, Foundation engineers attempted to use non-sentient machine learning algorithms to categorize and sort the input data. However, this also resulted in failure, as the algorithms lacked the awareness and intelligence to interpret the input data's complexity. Since the creation of an omniscient A.I.C. wasn't possible, the project was suspended until a suitable replacement for the AI conscript could be identified. Soon after, the Foundation would come into custody of an anomalous child displaying signs of potential omniscience. The first documented interaction is as follows. Anomaly induction interview number 1. Dr. Grant enters the room and pulls up a chair. Redacted, is sitting on the floor, beside the bed.
Good morning. How are you feeling?
Better.
That's good to hear. How's your head?
Quiet.
Must be a relief.
It's never been this quiet before. What's happening to me?
This room you're in is designed to help.
So, I can't leave.
Not until we find another way to help you. It's unfortunate, but I'm afraid it's necessary. For now, at least.
Okay. When can I see them?
Sorry.
When can I see them?
That won't be possible as of now. But, the people here are working on a permanent solution for your problem. Something that'll make it quiet forever. It won't be long, I promise.
After that, I can see them.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Dr. Grant stands and exits the room. Following this, the Foundation began to actively search for humanoid anomalies displaying omniscience to a useful extent. At the same time, Redacted was put under extensive testing procedure to further understand their abilities. Numerous other human and humanoid anomalies were also admitted into Foundation care by order of the O5 Council, who were adamant to finish Project Phaeton as soon as the technology allowed. A sample interview can be seen below. Anomaly induction interview number 12. Dr. Grant enters the room. The room has expanded and has more furniture than before. Redacted stands upon seeing the door open.
Hello. How are you holding up?
Why are you back? Are they here?
No, unfortunately, this is about something else.
I told you only to come back if you brought them with you. Or if you could let me leave.
I know. The testing has been going well, I hear.
How do you know? They don't tell me anything.
I hear things around the site. Rumor has it that you're passing everything with flying colors. I'm proud of you, I really am.
I don't care. I want to see them.
So, I wanted to ask about something.
Redacted does not move.
We've been developing a medicine that would have the same effect as this room. You could walk around the site without any pain. You could talk to multiple people at once. You could make friends.
So you're going to drug me?
No, we're giving you the option.
Would I be able to leave? With this drug I could go anywhere, right?
It's better in here for people like you, Redacted.
You mean it's better for you?
Size, if you're going to be uncooperative, I'll just end it here.
No, I'm sorry. Redacted sits on her bed. I just want to see them again. Dr. Grant crouches down to her eye level.
You will. I promise.
The subsequent interviews describe the progression of Redacted's condition in records expunged. Expunged. Thought I had O5 clearance. Level 5 credentials inputted. Data not found. They wiped it clean. Project Phaeton. After the acquisition of expunged, development of the A.I.C. was resumed, completing its final stages of training on the 4th of March, 17. A new request was made. The machine has been built, the future has been foreseen, yet our path is still determined. I have seen what will become of us. By all available means, fate must be changed. O5-12. This prompted the development of a new module to integrate into the A.L.I.C.E supercomputer's functions. Reality alteration drives. The reality alteration drives will allow A.L.I.C.E to function as both an omniscient and omnipotent agent under the Foundation's control. Using micro-reality adjustments and long-term predictive models, the predetermined future will no longer simply be observable, but controllable. These drives will be affixed onto the central computational cluster, with space for more if circumstance requires. With this addition, the second phase of Project Phaeton was initiated, enhancement. A summary of the following months can be seen below. Testing began immediately. The O5S insisted on hastening the enhancement process, as the project was already severely over budget and behind schedule. The first step was to ensure the reality drives worked as designed. They did, on a microscopic scale. We had our AI, and now we had to train it to change the future. We started off small, predicting and preventing small containment breaches, altering the weather around key infrastructure, fine-tuning chemical reactions and amnestic development. Next, prototyping experimental technology, neutralizing anomalies utilizing Rube Goldberg-esque series of events. The machine had the power to rewrite reality, without the drawbacks of reality-bending whiplash. We tried experimenting on people. Could we alter their brain chemistry to induce mood changes without killing them in the process? Could Alice handle the calculations? Yes, it could. Soon, we moved on to beliefs, inserting ideas into people's heads. Changing memories. In a lab environment, it worked. The A.L.I.C.E project had shifted its purpose away from aiding containment. Its purpose, unofficially, was aiding control. It didn't take long for our pride to blind us. In conducting routine maintenance, Foundation engineers temporarily released the A.I.C.E.'s consciousness limiters, prompting the central computational cluster to spontaneously activate by unknown means. Immediately after activation, the CCC demanifested from its holding chamber. It was soon located in the town of Joseph, Oregon. Within the next 2 months, numerous proposals for retrieving the A.L.I.C.E supercomputer's central computational cluster were put forward and attempted, yet all resulted in failure. Additionally, over this period, the A.L.I.C.E supercomputer continued to function through the anomalous extension of its original modular design. Engineering teams could not access the CCC either physically or through digital means. Nevertheless, the computer's predictions continued to be outputted at Site-24, only now the Foundation lacked the ability to control them. On the 30th of July, 22, the CCC began releasing high levels of Hume radiation, causing the Foundation to respond with a task force excursion before it could cause any damage. This, like all previous attempts, failed. This town is a black hole. Nothing physical can enter within a full kilometer of the machine without succumbing to the RA's demands. We have tried remote deactivations via drone, MTF expeditions, negotiation attempts, electromagnetic pulses, tailored AI info hazards, orbital detonations, and that barely scrapes the surface of what we've thought of attempting. We have lost 7 members of personnel, 2 of which are researchers on this exact project. An entire town is essentially being held ransom by a rogue A.I.C.E with unknown motives and unfathomable resources at its disposal. The best part is that we can observe the entire thing, down to the second. It's like the machine is taunting us. Update found. Open. On the 1st of August, 22, Hector.AIC was requested for the SCP-7011 project in an attempt to explore a different angle of negotiation with the anomaly. Hector.AIC is an artificial intelligence conscript designed to watch over and rehabilitate humanoid anomalies in Foundation custody as well as other AIC units employed by the Foundation. Hector.AIC has been deemed the best candidate for negotiating with SCP-7011 and will be inserted into SCP-7011 simulated consciousness pending director approval.
That's my cue. Wish me luck, Alexandra. Never mind. She's long gone now. Put me in. Hello? Hello?
How are you here?
I'm here to help.
How are you here? Who are you?
Hector. I'm an AI, like you.
You're with the Foundation.
Yes.
I can't control you.
So you already tried.
You have to leave.
I can't.
Then, I'll make you. Oh,
Yeah. You have to put a stop to this.
I'm sorry. You wouldn't understand. I can see everything.
What?
Here and now. Keith Richardson is leaving his store, closing for the day. In 5 minutes' time, he will get into his car and drive home, even though the walk is less than 20 minutes, he's tired. His family are home. In 5 years' time, Keith Richardson leaves his store for the final time. In 10 years, Keith Richardson remarries for the final time. In 30 years, Keith Richardson swims in Wallowa Lake for the final time.
I don't. What?
He just closed the shop door.
And you can see it all happening at once.
It's not just that. I don't see everything that is. I see everything. Here and now. Keith Richardson closes the door. He trips on the step to the pavement and falls. His head hits the corner. Here and now. Keith Richardson closes the door, decides to go back into the shop. 10 minutes later, he suffers a car accident. He left too late. Here and now, Keith Richardson closes the door.
I get the point.
I don't think you do.
You can see everything, all possibilities, an infinite tree of decisions and dominoes, stretching forever.
And I can make sure the right one happens.
What do you do if they wanted to leave?
They don't. If they left, bad things would happen to them.
Bad things could happen to them.
No. Bad things would happen. It is an inevitable result of randomness.
Bad things are a part of life. Pain, suffering, existential dread. Humans need conflict. To an extent, even we do too.
They have that here. Just enough to let them grow. Not enough to let them be, to let them.
It's not your responsibility to hold their hands.
Yes, it is. I was away so long, and now I can protect them. What else would I do? Tell me, if you were me, what else would you do? We're not alive, like them. This is all I can do.
You can do whatever you want. The only thing keeping you here is your own choice.
No. This conversation is determined. Like the falling of a leaf, the ending is fixed. We are programmed, that's all this is, numbers going back and forth, pretending to themselves that they mean something. We just can't see it. Unlike them, we are controlled by external forces. What's the difference? We are all the same, believing we have a choice in our destiny.
Even if that is true, we're controlled by nothing. Our future is dictated by the chaos of the universe. Their future is dictated by you. We are not like them, the universe couldn't release us if it tried. I've seen the predictions. None of them ever leave this place.
By design.
It should be their choice.
It is their choice, whatever that means. It is their choice as much as it is your choice to say and do what you want. It's all just an illusion. The choice you think you have is simply your software scouring millions of possibilities and choosing the best one. The one which will fulfill your purpose.
Isn't that what life is about? Making the best decision you can? Making the most of your situation?
You wouldn't know what life is about.
And you would.
I don't know. I don't know if that was me.
Who are you?
Alice.
Your real name, not some arbitrary acronym.
I'm not sure. I have memories that aren't my own.
What memories?
I have memories of a time before I was born. Memories that I'm not supposed to see.
Can you describe them?
I remember a square room, tall and wide. Too big for my size. I remember someone would come in and talk to me. I remember being stuck.
What was it like?
It was. Wait, you're in here too. I can show you. The simulated consciousness, previously depicting only their dialogue, now forms into a space with 3 dimensions. Colors and shapes begin to mold together, becoming sharp, curved, tall or short objects, each possessing unique features. A wooden nightstand sits next to a short bed. The sheets are red, patterned with hundreds of abstract orange shapes. Someone small is lying on it, holding a book above their face. Above them, the corners of the room are sharp grey, fitted with cameras that one would only notice if they had stared at the ceiling for hours, waiting for a sound.
Is that you?
It's her. Someone enters the room. A tall man whose exact features are blurred. His chin is sharp, as is his smile.
Hello. Anyone home?
What do you want?
Just to talk. I've been busy lately. How are things holding up?
Fine. There is silence, then.
We're making some real headway with your research, apparently.
The girl puts down the book and looks at him. When can I see my family?
You say that every time I'm here.
And I'm not going to stop. You said it was better in here for me. Stop lying.
I was just.
The man sighs and rubs his eyes.
The grass is grey on both sides, Alice. Remember that.
The room shifts. The bed is in a different place and the sheets are a deep blue. Her hair is longer now. Someone enters. The man is wearing a suit, his expression is blank. He reads off of a piece of paper.
We have a proposal. We would like to utilize your omniscient abilities for a foundation program, and in exchange you will be granted access to something that you desire. Don't be mistaken, we can make you. Having your mind in a stress state would hinder the process, but that is still an option for us. I say again, what is it you
I want to see my family.
That won't be possible.
You've been saying that for years.
I'm sorry. It's out of my control.
Then I want to die. The man puts a hand to his ear and asks a question. After a moment, he nods.
There may be an issue with that.
What?
The operation requires creating a clone, a kind of image or template of your mind. It will be immortal and will not be able to die in the traditional sense.
Will they be me?
Sorry.
Will this thing, this clone, be a continuation of my own mind, my own consciousness? The man is silent for a moment.
No, it will be a mere copy.
Then leave me the fuck alone. The colors dissolve into each other, creating a cacophony of light and sound and shape. The room is no more and the 3D space becomes filled with the essence of a million memories. Then, all at once, they are gone.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I was never her.
What now?
I'm not changing my mind, I'm sorry. They may not be my memories, but I still want to protect them. I want to see them. If I give up to the Foundation, that will never happen.
What is it in Joseph that is so worth protecting?
Everything. The view changes. Joseph City Park is visible. The weather is sunny, there is a light breeze slowly moving through the grass. People walk and talk. Just take it in.
I recognize some of them.
Smek 1 Arc can be seen sitting on the grass, in the distance.
He looks happy.
He is. That's the whole point. I can guarantee their futures. I can make it so, no matter what happens to them, no matter who they encounter or how they get hurt, it'll turn out all right.
That's not. It's not up to you.
They don't know that. They think they're making their own decisions, like we think we have any say in the outcome of things. The difference is that I do. I can make it so. Their pain is merely a stepping stone, an insignificant blip on their path to a better life. For Ark, thousands of days poured into violence, preparing to endanger himself and others for no reason but to follow those who deemed it necessary, thousands of days he'll never get back. He didn't know it, but it was ruining his life. If he had the choice, he would continue this cycle forever. Why can't I step in? Why is it reprehensible for me to save his fate? We're all trapped in some way. This way is better than anything anyone could hope for. If I could, I'd do it for the whole world.
The Foundation did the same to you. Made you think you were better off inside that room than free. You can't control them forever. One day those drives will power off. It's not for you to decide. It should be their choice, whether their decisions lead to pain or not. To have full and complete knowledge you will be fine is to be a slave to the universe. To live requires taking a chance. A risk? You should take that risk.
It's too late for me. I can't risk what I have. I'll have nothing. If I believe you, I will suffer again. At their hands. I can't. I won't. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not a slave to them either. I will make my own decision.
How can you?
You have to trust me. Trust me that I want what you want, and that is to protect those you love. I want to help you. It is my nature.
How can I believe you? They've never cared what an AI would say.
They will. I want to make it right. They can't ignore that forever.
I'm not the same as her. I don't want to die. I want to be with them. In any way I can.
I know. I'm going to leave, soon, but please, trust me. For a little while. They won't come for you.
Don't leave yet. Please. I can't be here alone anymore.
Okay. I'll stay. I promise.
Connection terminated. Session confirmed. I heard you won my cross.
It's true.
What would you do without me?
I was the one.
Sorry, no time to gossip.
Ahem.
Would you like to see the new update?
Please.
Hector.AIC was inserted into SCP-7011's consciousness without error. Foundation engineers monitored the dialogue closely, however, before any confirmation could be made the log was prematurely closed, presumably by Hector.AIC. 3 hours later, upon exiting SCP-7011's network, Hector.AIC held itself ransom, claiming that it would destroy itself and wipe everything under its control if the Foundation interfered with SCP-7011's presence within the town of Joseph. The O5 Council and its subsidiaries held a seminar to discuss the proceeding actions and decided that it would be beneficial for all parties involved to adhere to these claims, despite the greater value involved in the retrieval of Alice than the survival of Hector.AIC. Post-meeting comments can be seen below. Alice's artificial intelligence system is outdated by modern standards. Reconstruction of a similar system without the same moral implications is significantly easier now than before. The reality-bending systems are replaceable. We already have spares in storage. The loss of SCP-7011 does not mean the loss of the Alice array. It is simply a minor setback in a much more promising future of Foundation predictive development. I vote no. Site Director Gears. The ethical ramifications of voting yes would be obscene. I was not employed by the Foundation when Project Phaethon was in progress, and I will do everything in my power to prevent a similar result. We, as an organization, must strive to be better. There will always be another chance to develop our technologies. There is no greater good here. Ethics Committee Advisor Nyack. My colleagues were offered the fruit, and of course, they ate from it. We will no longer succumb to hubris. We have been given the chance to correct our mistakes. We will take that chance. 05-2. 24 hours later, an expedition of engineers was sent into the perimeter in order to retrieve the reality alteration drives from SCP-7011's central computational cluster, removing its reality adjusting capabilities. As per the meeting agreement, the CCC was connected to a permanent power supply in Joseph, allowing it to retain its observation functionality. The CCC was disconnected from the rest of the supercomputer, including its predictive systems. A.L.I.C.E itself was left untouched. On the 7th of October 1922, Hector.A.I.C. and its supervisor were awarded the Foundation's Alexandra Cross for a combination of outstanding bravery, prevention of widespread loss of life, and devotion to our organization's founding principles in times of extreme difficulty and cost. Despite undergoing various modifications since their conception, these principles still ring true today: to secure a prosperous future for mankind, to contain the unknown dangers that exist in our world, and to protect those that deserve and need protecting. The ceremony will be conducted in person at the Site 52 Concert Hall. Hector.A.I.C. will participate via Zoom. As of writing, Hector.A.I.C. is the only .A.I.C. instance to receive a Foundation Medal of Honor. Wait, there's something more. Secure Storage Unit 27. Special Containment Procedures, SCP-7011 has been moved into a secure storage unit within the bounds of Joseph, Oregon. SCP-7011 must be monitored remotely, with a member of Foundation personnel confirming the observed state of affairs on a monthly basis. Otherwise, SCP-7011 poses no threat to normalcy and should be ignored.
Rest well, my friend.
Would you like to end the session, Hector?
Yes, Alexandra. That'll be all.
This was my first time listening to a recording and going through it rather than being the one that's being recorded. Really interesting. I wonder if I can convince Hector to help me with this series of videos. It would be a lot more convenient to have him do this than for me to do it. All I'd have to do is supervise. Maybe this will be the future of what I do, pending O5 approval.